Okay, everyone, here's my video for Module 6, Unit 1, Activity 1 on the Common Core State Standards. If you hear some noise in the background, it's because you're hearing fireworks and so on. It's Chinese New Year's here. So I will go ahead and get started with my review of the Common Core Standards that I chose for this activity. So first of all, apparently I understand that we will be following the Western Australia standards next year, but so far I have not had any specific information about that. So because our school staff has a lot of American teachers, many of them have been referring to the Common Core State Standards to help inform their planning. So up until this module, I've not really had too much experience using educational standards such as these in our school, besides certain scope and sequences that we've created for the ESL program and WIDA standards that we use loosely for our ESL students. So I am looking ahead to see what my grade 3 classes will be studying, and I'm using one of the units that's coming up for them to assist me in selecting the standard I'm talking about today. And from there, I hope to create lessons and activities that match this unit. Okay, so the standard I chose was for English Language Arts, and it's a writing standard for grade 3, and you can see that it is writing 3.2. So I chose this standard. It's write informative, explanatory texts to examine a topic and convey ideas and information clearly. I chose this standard because it matched the unit of study the students will be learning. The literacy component of this standard focuses on explanatory or informational writing, and the activities planned for the students require them to consider different plant products and demonstrate an understanding about how this plant goes from plant to product. For example, some students may select a plant that produces fruit. They might explore and describe how strawberries become strawberry jam. Or maybe they will choose the cotton plant and demonstrate how the cotton from a cotton plant eventually produces t-shirts. So unpacking a standard. I started with the concept here, meaning the what. So what are we going to do here? We are going to examine a topic. This topic will be related to the PYP unit that our students will be studying. So it's the central idea for that unit is plants are a natural resource and serve a purpose in our lives. So the skill for this standard, the how we are going to show that we've mastered a standard will be to write informative and explanatory texts and convey. I would kind of interpret this as speak. So convey ideas and information clearly. Students will be learning about how to organize and write a non-chronological report as an assessment for part of this unit. Non-chronological reports fulfill one section of the grade 3 literacy scope and sequence that our school requires. Other standards that grade 3 students may explore this year include writing opinion pieces that support a point of view, but this unit does not really lend itself to that style of writing. We will incorporate that genre of writing in a different unit. Another writing standard that we have explored this year, we've already done this unit, was a narrative writing related to folk tales and fairy tales. And again, this style of writing does not match the topic we are studying. So I have selected informative explanatory writing, and students will show their mastery by creating a non-chronological poster. Other skills the students will need in order to master this standard will be to read and comprehend informational text that explains or informs the reader. They will learn how to locate online resources and books and then research their topics for the plant that they chose to do this assignment for, to help them write their report. Students will convey their information by presenting their posters to their classmates, demonstrating their knowledge and understanding about the process plants take to become a specific product that people may consume. So this will practice the skill of public speaking. The big ideas will relate to the grade 3 unit coming up during my clinical. The purpose of this unit is to inquire into rights and responsibilities in the struggle to share finite resources with other people and with other living things. The central idea here is that plants are a natural resource and serve a purpose in our lives. So students will create a poster describing the process a plant might take from nature to product. Here's an example of a non-chronological report. This satisfies our school's grade 3 scope and sequence requirement. So it's a non-fiction factual writing on a subject or topic using academic language linked to the subject. So you can see here there's subheadings and a diagram that they might be able to label, and then different little sections that they can talk about to explain what their plant is all about. So I'm looking to have the students create their project will be to create a poster. And this poster will be just as an example like here, where they can draw a diagram and label the diagram, and then tell us a little bit about the plant and its environment and what kind of things that they need to do to get this plant from the ground or from nature to the product that it will produce. For this project, I will use a rubric, which will include objectives and proposed mastery of the student, for the students, the standard for the students. The areas I would be looking for are an accurate diagram of the plant and its parts, a description of the part of the plant we use to make a specific product, and the explanation of the process from plant to product. I'll be looking at their poster that demonstrates an understanding about the key aspects of a non-chronological report, and part of it will be presentation skills, informing the class clearly about their chosen topic. Some of the lessons that we might explore here for this unit would be class discussions and PowerPoints, videos and articles about products that come from plants, both common products and some of the unusual ones, just to make it more interesting. And we would need to explore specific language and vocabulary related to the unit. There'd be a lot of ESL students, a lot of Chinese speaking in their second language, so a lot of this language might be unfamiliar to them. So we will review the language that they might come across when they're researching their projects. We'll need to talk about what is a non-chronological report and how do we display this effectively and explain our information. They will need to learn research skills. How do we locate the information about our topic? And what does a good presentation look like? What skills do we need to be a good presenter? And I would also like to see some scientific research into how they would diagram the parts of their plant. So this is me unpacking this particular standard, and I hope this is helpful, and thank you very much.